Welcome back, everyone. I am back here yet again to answer another question on our movie The Trial by ACGL Productions. I was one of the directors and the cinematographer in charge of the movie. The types of technology that we use, the obvious ones are our phone camera and our computer. The phone camera, well, of course, to film the movie, and the computer to do the editing. But besides that, we also use a lamp light for the filming of our movie. We use editing software. We use, I don't know about the editor. I know the editor and I did a lot of work together, and for the editor, I don't know which software she used, but I know that when we worked together and worked on my computer, we use the Premiere Rush, Adobe Premiere Rush, to do most of the editing. So that was one of the softwares that we use for editing. We also use YouTube to upload our videos. We use WordPress to publish our blogs, and that's more kind of individual, but it's a technology that we use. On WordPress, I personally had some kind of issues with it because WordPress, it's something that I had never used before. It's a platform that I never used before, and I wasn't aware how to handle it. So as the first time doing it, it was kind of troublesome for me because I didn't really know how to work with it. But once I learned, it became a tad bit easier. I still have some issues with it because I just feel like WordPress doesn't allow me to be as creative as other platforms, and it doesn't allow me to edit my website in a way that I feel like it's more pleasing for readers to navigate. But we still used it, and I've come to terms with it that I have to use it, and I've learned to use it so far. And we incorporated that with to our projects by posting blogs explaining more or less of the process of completing a project in WordPress. I had some issues with Premiere Rush as well, because once we edited the movie and it was completely done, there was some trouble with the website, with the application, and basically our entire movie, the entire video just went red. It disappeared. You clicked on it and it said there was no media for it, which there was, but it just disappeared. I don't know why, I don't know how. But that's what we used. We managed to salvage our project because I had already saved it before the media on the application completely disappeared from our project, and it took a lot of editing and a lot of hours of editing, but that's the software that we use. More technologies that we also use it were communications, like it's email. We use Google Mail or Gmail to send each other the videos, but we stopped doing that at some point because Gmail doesn't allow you to send more than 125 megabits. Our videos were larger than that, so it didn't work out for us. We used it at the start for movie with the first shots, but then when we had to reshoot and when we were editing our movie and we had to exchange it between me and her to add some things or take some things out or add music or improve some parts or just edit parts that needed to be taken out, we decided to discard Gmail completely and switch to WhatsApp. The reason why we didn't use messages is because I have a Samsung phone. The rest of my teammates, and mainly Jessie, the other person doing the editing that I was helping her with, had an iPhone. So if we send content via messages, it would lose the quality for me. The videos would just lose a lot of the quality, and we didn't want that to happen. So a friend of mine gave me the idea of using WhatsApp, and we used WhatsApp to exchange the video. We created a group chat and we posted the videos there, and it was easier because then you could just go on your computer and download it from your computer. And that's what we ended up doing. That's one of the technologies that we use. We use the cell phone internet, the hotspot internet that came with my phone, because Premiere Rush or school doesn't allow you to use Premiere Rush with the internet, and if you were connected to it, it wouldn't work. So we had to both use my hotspot. That's one of the technologies that we also use. We use headphones to listen to our music when we were trying to find the music. We actually found the music. We went on a website that has copyright audios, but that didn't work for us, and we used YouTube as well to find music, but we couldn't we just didn't find anything good until I went on Spotify. That's one of the websites that I use to find the music. We went on Spotify. I looked at the playlist that they offer. I looked up for romantic music, and it appeared the song by the Bee Gees, and I was like, oh, More Than a Woman is perfect, because she isn't just a woman that he's going on a date with, she's a witch that is part of a cult. So it makes perfect sense, and we felt like the music went very well with the plot of the movie, the song. So we also use Spotify as well. What else did we use? We used messages to communicate with each other. So we were in contact, and we're like, hey, how are you doing? We need to take this or add this, or we need to fix this in the video. We did a survey also on Google Forms. So when we show a rough draft to our friends, they would fill out the survey and be like, hey, I believe, and give us feedback on what they thought of a rough draft.